Right, welcome to this review video for the new Kill Team expansion set that Games Workshop have produced. They very kindly sent me a set along ahead of time. Perhaps some of the most bizarre models I've ever seen that Games Workshop have put together, but incredible models. You know, this is once again Games Workshop sculpting some incredible stuff. So in this video here we'll take a look at what's inside, what to expect, and what you get inside this expansion pack for Kill Team. Games Workshop put a lot of effort into this skirmish game for Warhammer 40,000 and releasing some very unique models for this range now. So that's the box. It's interesting, it comes like a big kit box. See it here, it's not one of the lids that comes off. As I said, Games Workshop sent me this early. Usually I get my Games Workshop stuff from gamingfigures.com. They do Games Workshop but at a discounted rate, so if you check them out, you can get your 40k stuff from Warhammer and other gaming systems as well. Big variety available from them, all at a discounted rate. So we'll flip it over. It's heavy, there's a lot inside here. You still get all of your card maps and so on, and it looks like there's some terrain in here as well, and then some crazy looking monsters. Utterly bizarre. What I find interesting here is possible use of these like as for campaign games, narrative games, objective markers, the relic in the relic game, you know, capture a character. I really like the idea of perhaps using these because these miniatures are fantastic and, you know, bizarre and unique, and would be handy for games as well. An interesting terrain that you can add in to your regular games of 40k as well. So that side of it I'm interested in. So I'll open it up here. It just opens up like this. I believe I need to flip it back over. It slides out. Yeah, there is a fair chunk of terrain in this set. It does look very, very good. So this is this once again, yeah, absolute flagship quality here. With these models, they are incredible. You know, immediately very impressed by them. I will zoom in here so you can take a look at what's on the sprues, but incredible models, and you get an idea of how they'll look visually. We'll flick through the publications as well, but that's that sprue there. It looks like sort of more the, I was going to say sensible looking, but they're all bizarre. And here the mutated, strange sprue that. I'll have to zoom in so you can get an idea of what's going on, but that's the sprues for the miniatures, just sort of 1.5 sprues. Then the terrain, it's a double set here, so there's a lot of terrain in this actually. It doesn't look as much on the packaging, but you get two big bits of terrain here. The sculpting detail, again I'll zoom in on these, but the sculpting, the intricate detail on these is incredible. So, you know, and you can add that into your games of 40k, no problem at all. Very interesting stuff. Again, objective markers and so on, just add some real unique character to your regular 40k games. Inside the bases, one set there and there, so enough to cover all of those models. Inside here is your cards for different units, I believe. I'll just take a look at these now. So, data sheet cards, this is. All the information here, very smooth these, coming apart nicely. It's all the named characters that you get inside this set. That's the points values there and the stat lines for them. There it is at the front. Ah, that's the different factions there. A very bizarre set, this one. I've not seen, you know, there's some bizarre models been released in the past, here and there, but this is a whole box full of them. So this is tactics cards now inside this set. So that gives you an idea. Rancid Vomit, Corruption and Decay, Voltergeist Field, Voltergeist Transference, Killing Strikes, Priority Objective Identified, Combat Medicine, executioner shell, all of those. Wow. Yeah, strange of. God, weird. So weird. But weirdness is cool in 40k. It can be. So that's that set. So that's them. You do get your. That's good. They've done that. You get your dividing sheet, but they've turned it into a piece of. Made use of a piece of artwork here. It's the artwork in full size, just there, and the kill team picture. That's a good idea, that, because the artwork's just incredible. Very atmospheric. And they may as well show off the artwork, you know, it's one of the big selling points for Warhammer 40,000. Yeah, it's interesting here. Look, they've given you your 8th edition rules here. So, this is your kill team token sheets here. You know, themed for these two opposing factions. Like that. That's the box empty, so just put them back in. And then here, more terrain. And again, what's interesting here is you could lay this out on a gaming surface like this and incorporate it into your 40k terrain as well. So there's, you know, really good crossover available. So I'll open this up. We'll take a closer look. So I'll move this one out of the way. This one folds out. I thought this would be a lot less inside this box. You know, you think, oh, expansion set is going to be small, not too significant, but they give you a big enough board here. There you go. So it folds out. So, you know, good size. Nice. So yeah, looks good. And then you've got your outlines for putting your walls on here, like so. And then the opposite side, making use of it, double-sided, like a space station sort of style here with this one. And again, it's just outlining your walls where you can and can't go, just nice and clear for the actual game. But great work here, real good stuff. So we'll fold this one away. So yeah, quite impressed by that. It's not a small set by any means. So sometimes you think expansion set, you think, oh, something that's half the size of the original game that's released, but no, it's a big enough set. So open this out, see what we get. So yeah, 8th edition core rules. It's great that it's still relevant. You know, the time that's gone by, and they can still distribute these in the newest products. That is good. They're able to do that. Right, so this is all your assembly instructions here. Gives you a full view of all the models. So I'll zoom in a bit so you can get a better view here. So I haven't forgotten the models. I'll zoom into them soon so you can take a closer look at the sculpting work on them. But what a host of weirdness. Incredible stuff. Yeah, and the painting is incredible. What a variety of colours used here. But incredible. I do like these Imperial models. You know, wouldn't mind painting a regiment of them, but they do look very, very good. Amazing. So this is your assembly instructions, all very clearly laid out. Games Workshop capitalising on the interest in skirmish-based games. Games Workshop sort of veered away from that, despised it for a while, and used to be sort of encouraging people to buy as many models as possible, as much as possible. But now they've seen the success of games like Malifaux to some degree, and then Infinity as well. Skirmish-based games, handful of models, nice models, and so Games Workshop getting into that as well, more and more. It is a popular area. You know, people want to break 40k and big armies, big budget and so on. You can just go for smaller scale stuff and still have just as much fun. There's skirmish games with a bit more depth for the models and characters and so on. So that's that. So then what you have here is your codex for Warhammer 40,000, so Elucidian Starstriders. Interesting. And then Jellipox Infected Codex as well. So rules for these, and what they're able to do. Interesting. Fascinating stuff. So I'll do separate codex reviews for these. Probably combine them together so you can check out, cover all the rules. This is just an unboxing video here, but I'll do the rules specifically for these, because this is for your games of Warhammer 40,000 covered inside these codexes, mini codexes. I wonder, you do wonder if Games Workshop might be onto something here. Instead of going for big codexes, feeling they have to go for big codexes, why not these smaller projects? Yeah, with a few unit entries, and you can take them as allies, something quirky, something different to really spice up your 40k collection. Yeah, I think that's a good direction to go in. I'm immediately thinking of some of the Imperial Guard regiments. Why not release a little supplement this kind of size, along with a handful of releases? You know, because for Imperial Guard, you still have your standard tanks and so on, but inside a little codex like this, you could add in your new rules for a handful of new units. You know, like characters. A specifically new unit like Teleron Desert Raiders, you could have a cavalry unit that's unique to them, a couple of HQs, and then everything else is just your standard Astra Militarum Codex. Yeah. Or in this video below, if you leave a comment as to what else Games Workshop, what other faction or micro faction or small addition of models Games Workshop could take this idea and do that with. So something that's not as big, maybe like an allied, one of the allies that Tau could take. So Kroot, for example, handful of units and special rules that you could stretch it out to make a full army if you really wanted to, but limited number of options, you know, unit wise. So Kroot, or some of the other factions, micro factions, smaller factions that are out there that Games Workshop could do this to. So they don't have to make the full effort of a whole range, a massive codex, but they could introduce small codexes, supplements in, and then sort of a spread of new and interesting models. So, yeah, I'm just developing this a bit further. Imagine a box set, like a start collecting type sort of size, and it's Mordenine Guard, and inside there is, say, an infantry unit, heavy weapons team, a couple of HQs, and some real nicely sculpted, unique characters. You know, like a company commander, for example, and a command team Vox, and the medic as well, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, really nicely sculpted, and then a little supplement like this, and you just have that as an accompaniment to your regular Astra Militarum Codex. So Codex remains the same, unchanged, but inside there is your specific units, like a character from the Mordenine Guardian, a named character, special rules, warlord traits, one or two, a few stratagems, something like that. I mean, who would buy that box set? I would. And then, you know, Games Workshop could then do separate packs for people who want to buy, you know, 10 boxes of Mordian infantry. You know, Rough Riders of Attila, cavalry unit, and then a little mini codex like that. I think it's an amazing idea. All the little splinter things going on with the Eldar, little things they could introduce from there. Possibilities are endless. It means that Games Workshop wouldn't have to put as much effort in as far as, you know, big codex, loads of releases and so on, but just do little mini releases as they've done here. But anyway, check out the review video. I'll review these rules as if you can use them in your games of regular Warhammer 40,000. So keep a lookout for them. So yeah, I'll do that in that video. And then here is a decent sized book here. So that's why the box was heavy. There's a lot inside here. So there you go, introduction. There's that great artwork. To Roam the Void. So these are Imperial units that go to the very edge of exploration. A growing sickness. So I would imagine these would accompany a Death Guard army very well. To reach for paradise, the evil within. Ah, here we go. This is your explain your maps. Final battle. Ministorum Shrine. There's your rules. Ultra close confines. Kill zone. The True Hawk. Ministorum Shrine. Commanders, commander traits. Elucidian Star Striders. This is rule specific for your kill team. This is your named characters here. Strategist specialists. Jalapox infected. Here's your all the information you need. Now this is your missions, match play, narrative play, recover and rescue, defiance or death. Matched play, heist, shuttle jackers, consecrate with blood, retrieve the relic, and advanced roles in here as well. So, and it looks like you can join them combining kill zones as well, which is the one from the original Kill Team box, and this one here, they do link together. So, there you go. So, just zooming in here to let you see the detail on these kits, but look at this incredible data panels on here, and yeah, I didn't have to go to that much effort, but look at all of that detail on there. Incredible. There's the doors, very solid, and these, look at that for a relic. You could use in any game at 40k. So, and these as well, brilliant for a relic. Fantastic. Very good. Yeah, these little pods. Really good. The other sprue is exactly the same. So what we'll do is show you the Jalapox next. Quite bizarre. The sculpting is just so precise, and tiniest of details on this. We've got this down to an absolute art here. So just showing you around. That claw. Yeah. Got detail on there. All these opening mouths on his belly. All of that pox sort of effect on the back of him. Flies pouring out of this one. Claws. Look at the tentacles. All of the scars and the wounds all stitched up. Strange. I'll flip it over. See those strange bugs. You know, even to have these just wandering around the battlefield in the middle of a game. You know, you don't use them for any kind of rules or anything. You just have them walking about. Just ignore them for game purposes, but just the whole visual side of it. Yeah, you know, the odd one of these squidgy things just walks past in the middle of a battle. But incredible themed stuff going on here. Look at that. Amazing. You know, or you could proxy, like, you could, say you got a unit of Poxwalkers, and you just take some of these models, and you just say to your opponent, they're all Poxwalkers, I just added them in just for the look of it. And you can have some big ones, fat ones, small ones, and just say they're Poxwalkers, and what variety you'd add to your Poxwalker units. You know, you get away with doing that, it just looks so cool. You know, you could easily mix them in together. Even the big ones, you just say, well, they all count as Poxwalkers, and play it that way. Just, you know, visually just make it like a big plague host walking about. And even the little ones here, he's got a wooden sword. He's got a wooden sword. So any of these, even these flyers and things, they just say they all count as Poxwalkers. Just do it that way, wouldn't be a problem. Next is these. Back to the more sensible models here. Beautiful. Real good. That Gatling machine gun looks absolutely fantastic. Very, very cool looking model there. And I do love the plume, the feathers on this one. Yeah. Very, very fine. It's very, very thin. So you have to look after the model here. This samurai sword. Look great. So I just saw these models here, and I just felt, well, Games Workshop, you've got to do the regiments. Yeah, that's a real. Because I did a video about it a while ago, and Imperial Guard players were saying, yeah, if Games Workshop did that, it'd be a dream come true. And they'd, you know, even though they've got massive Cadian armies, they would just immediately buy 10 boxes of everything. For Talon Desert Raiders, I would immediately collect them. And Mordenine Guard, fantastic. Ice Warriors of Valhalla, fantastic units, fantastic regiments. So much theme and fluff behind them. Games Workshop, they could, yeah, it'd be good for them. They would sell well and add great diversity as well to the 40k universe. Without the risk of trying to go for a new faction. It's risky doing that, you know, whether it goes down, whether people accept it and so on. But expanding the Imperial Guard regiments, they're already well known, and you know, there's no danger there of the new release having too much of a shock. So, and they can do it. These models are fantastic. But there you go. That gives you an idea of what to expect. So there it is. That's the review then for Rogue Trader, the expansion for Kill Team Skirmish Combat in the 41st Millennium. I have to say, I'm not into Kill Team myself. I've heard good reports about it. James has played some games. He said it's great fun. I'm going to focus in primarily on Warhammer 40,000 in order to try and do, you know, the best job I can. But you know, I've taken the terrain from the original set and painted it up, and so, you know, even if you're going to say I'm not interested in Kill Team, I'm just going to stick to 40k, there's still bits you can borrow from this, even if it's just the terrain, the boards, the miniatures. Even for regular 40k players, there's still all of that. That's a possibility as well. But these are, you know, it's incredible. It's not like this is a sideshow and Games Workshop putting out second-rate miniatures. These are some of the best that are being produced for this Kill Team game. So very impressed here, but the models are fantastic, terrain's nice, and so it's a great set once again that Games Workshop have produced. But there it is. As I said, thanks to Games Workshop for sending me a copy of this ahead of time. Usually I get my Games Workshop stuff from gamingfigures.com. You can check them out. Do Games Workshop at a discounted rate. But there it is. That's the video. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. Keep a look out for that codex review as well, for those two separate codexes with 40k rules.